Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to tell you the story of a quiet but powerful science fiction film called The Midnight Sky. It follows Augustine Lofthouse, a dying scientist who stays behind at an Arctic base after Earth becomes uninhabitable. When he discovers a spaceship returning home from deep space, Augustine races against time to warn the crew that Earth is no longer safe. As the world collapses around him, he's forced to face the biggest regret of his life, abandoning the family he never chose. This is a story about loneliness, sacrifice, and one final chance to save humanity. Let's begin. Augustine Lofthouse has always believed in the future of humanity among the stars. A brilliant but distant academic, he spends his life studying space, searching for planets that could one day become new homes for mankind. While others focus on Earth, Augustine looks outward, convinced that survival depends on what lies beyond the sky. Years before the world ends, Augustine gives a presentation at a formal gala. Afterward, he meets a woman named Jean Sullivan. She is warm, intelligent, and curious about his work. The two begin a relationship, and for a brief time, Augustine seems almost happy. But even then, his true love remains his research. Space always comes first. When Jean believes she might be pregnant, she hopes it will bring them closer. Instead, it exposes the distance between them. Augustine cannot let go of his obsession with work. He struggles to connect emotionally, to imagine a life grounded on Earth instead of drifting among distant worlds. Realizing that he will never truly be present, Jean leaves him. Years later, they cross paths again. This time, Jean reveals the truth. She did have a child. A daughter. She tells Augustine about her, giving him a chance to finally meet the child he never knew. But Augustine, fearful of responsibility and emotional connection, makes the most painful decision of his life. He chooses not to meet her. Time passes, decades go by. By the year 2049, Earth has changed forever. A mysterious global catastrophe has wiped out most of the planet's population. The surface of the Earth is now contaminated with deadly ionizing radiation. Cities are empty. Civilization has collapsed. Humanity, as it once existed, is effectively gone. High above the Arctic Circle, Augustine Lofthouse remains alone at a massive research base. He is the last person there. Everyone else has evacuated, fleeing to safer locations underground or beyond the planet. Augustine stayed behind on purpose. He knows he is dying. Suffering from a severe, unnamed illness, Augustine depends on regular dialysis and medical equipment housed at the base. Leaving would mean death, and after a lifetime of isolation, he accepts it. This frozen outpost, surrounded by endless white and silence, will be where his story ends. But before that happens, Augustine believes he still has one last responsibility. He searches through the base's computer systems, scanning for any remaining crewed space missions. If any astronauts are still out there, they must be warned. Earth is no longer safe. There is only one. A spacecraft called Aether is returning from deep space. The mission explored K-23, a moon orbiting Jupiter, one Augustine himself discovered years ago. The data suggests the moon may be habitable. It could be humanity's future. Unaware of Earth's destruction, the crew of Aether believes their communications problems are just technical failures. They continue their journey home, expecting to return to the planet they left behind. Augustine tries to contact them, but his antenna is too weak. Even when the ship moves into range, he cannot get a signal through. As the days pass, Augustine's health worsens. He experiences blackouts, moments where time disappears. His mind begins to betray him, blurring memory and reality. One day, after a small fire breaks out in the base's kitchen, Augustine discovers something impossible. A child. A young girl is hiding among the shadows. She does not speak. She appears frightened, alone, and completely out of place in a facility that was supposedly evacuated long ago. Augustine is confused and alarmed. He attempts to contact the evacuation teams, begging someone to come back for her, but no one responds. The world outside is already too broken. The girl draws a picture, an iris flower. From this, Augustine deduces her name, Iris. Despite himself, Augustine begins to care for her. He feeds her, protects her, and talks to her even though she never answers. In her quiet presence, something awakens inside him, a connection he has avoided his entire life. Knowing his current antenna is useless, Augustine decides to travel to another nearby base with a stronger communications array. He and Iris set out together across the frozen wasteland on a snowmobile. The journey is brutal. The cold is relentless. Augustine grows weaker with every mile. Then disaster strikes. An accident destroys the snowmobile and damages his medical equipment. He barely survives the night. But driven by determination, and perhaps by guilt, he presses on. When they finally reach the second base, Augustine succeeds. He makes contact with Ether at last. But at the same time, disaster unfolds in space. The Ether flies into a dense asteroid field. The ship's radar and communication systems are severely damaged. To repair it, mission specialist Sully, who is pregnant, ventures outside the ship with her partner, Commander Adewole, and flight engineer Maya. They succeed in restoring the systems, but a second wave of debris strikes. Maya is mortally wounded. She dies drifting in space, her lifeline severed. Back on Earth, Augustine speaks directly with Sully. He tells her the truth. Earth is gone. The atmosphere is poisoned. The radiation is lethal. There is nothing left to return to. He begs her to turn the ship around, to go back to K-23 and start over, to give humanity another chance. At first, the crew resists. Pilot Tom Mitchell refuses to abandon Earth. But after reading his wife's final recorded message and seeing the planet's ruined atmosphere for himself, he understands. Earth is already a grave. Mitchell chooses to return anyway, using one of the ship's re-entry vehicles. Sanchez, grieving Maya like a daughter, goes with him. They plan to bury her on Earth and face whatever end awaits them. The rest of the crew prepares for the long journey back to Jupiter's moon. In a final conversation, Sully speaks with Augustine one last time. She tells him that he inspired her to become an astronaut, that her mother once gave her a moon rock, a gift from him. Then she reveals the truth. Her full name is Iris Sullivan. In that moment, everything becomes clear. The young girl Augustine has been traveling with was never real. She was a projection of his guilt, his regret, and his longing, a manifestation of the daughter he abandoned. When Sully asks how he managed to reach the base in time to contact them, Augustine answers quietly. He says he thought he might be able to help someone. He finally tells her what he never could before, that he is proud of her. As Sully describes the beauty of K-23, its skies, its light, its promise, Augustine closes his eyes. In his mind, he is no longer alone in the Arctic. He is standing on a new world, watching humanity begin again. The radio falls silent. Augustine Lofthouse is gone. Far away, the ether changes course, guided by the calculations he left behind, carrying the last hope of mankind toward a distant moon beneath the midnight sky. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the story and found it meaningful. If you like this recap, please give the video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more movie stories like this. See you in the next one.